Hey, what's going on, Mortal Kombat fans? I got the original Mortal Kombat film right here on DVD. Came out in 1995, even though it looks better right now, like in 4K upscale on Netflix. But, this still holds up. One of my favorite movies of all time. I love it, even though it's campy. PS3 also got the Mortal Kombat game right here. Don't remember what number this is, but it was a pretty dope game. I still got that there, even though my PS3 does not work anymore, unfortunately. But how did this latest adaptation of Mortal Kombat turn out? Well, let's find out. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in to my opinion/review for Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge. I really do appreciate it. And if this is your first time finding me and you want more movie reviews, trailer reactions, me responding to entertainment news, or do TV recaps, please right now click on that subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified. And if you like the video, give me the thumbs up because it helps me out a lot. Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge is something I was looking forward to at the very beginning of 2020 when I first heard when I first saw the trailer when it was released. I remember like during the fall of 2019, I remember they was talking about I was like an animated film. They coming out with this live action too. Am I getting confused? But when I first saw that trailer, I was like, oh, this is off the chain. This is dope. I cannot wait for this to come out. Now, this is being directed by Mr. Ethan Spalding. I've seen a few of his things before as far as Warner Brothers Animation is concerned. That's the studio that's behind this production right here. He did the Justice League Throne of Atlantis. He also did Batman Assault on Arkham, and also The Son of Batman. He also did the Looney Tunes show. I don't care about that, but those first three that I mentioned, I'm all on top of that as far as Warner Brothers Animation, DC Comics, and things of that nature. So he has a little bit of experience when he was bringing that over to this Mortal Kombat adaptation. But let's just go ahead and get to the nitty gritty. I really did enjoy this. I did. I will go ahead and say that this is the, it's not saying much because our previous adaptations have sucked, but this is the best Mortal Kombat adaptation to date that has been released for consumers to enjoy in their home or whatever. One reason being is, you're not limited to live action because, you can just do more in animated than you can in live action. Because of personality, it's much easier to make someone's head explode or their bones break or their spine go over here and then the other part go over there. And that is what Mortal Kombat is known for. So I don't want any PG-13 or PG or anything like that. This is a definitely, I wouldn't even say this is a hard R. This is like a XXX NC-17 because all of the gore and the carnage and the brutality and all this that is in this movie is just ridiculously cranked up to 11. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good thing though, because I do like Mortal Kombat, and that is something that I want to see. And the thing is like they even have Easter eggs when it comes to all the gore and the violence. Now, of course, they do have the special moves from all the characters, which I'll talk about in a second. They are breaking bones and doing uppercuts and things of that nature. But if you are, Mortal Kombat's been around since '92. And, they're still like Mortal Kombat 11 right now, and they're always making upgrades to the game. Now, with this line of games right here in past years, as far as gameplay is concerned, they really have, cranked up the carnage. And some of that was in the game as far as like slow motion effects, showing, an x-ray of a spike going through someone's skull and coming out the back or ripping their eyes out. They took all of the carnage from the game and actually put it in this film right here. And it was badass. I loved it. And another thing that I liked is it wasn't just, okay, hey, let's just give the viewers a bunch of fan service and just throw in a bunch of cool stuff from the game and put it in the movie. That wasn't the case. I felt that everything had substance. I felt that everything was earned. When I was talking about special moves from characters a moment ago, like, for example, Scorpion's, when he throws out his retractable chains and is like, get over here. When he was doing that within this movie, he wasn't just doing it to do it because it seemed cool and the studio had to check a checkbox like, oh, we got to have it in there. No. I mean, while the character was doing that specific move at that specific time, there was a reason for it. That was the best move at the time for that character to seize the day, to come out on top, to, get rid of, the threat, the person that is posing a threat. And that's not only the case with Scorpion, that is the case with all the characters, with Sub-Zero's ice, with Liu Kang and his bicycle kick, or his fireball attack, or Sonya Blade, doing her scissor kick, or Johnny Cage doing the splits and punching somebody in the balls, or Shang Tsung or Quan Chi using their sorcery to transform into another character. So, all of that is in there. It's earned. It's not forced, and that is just something that I do appreciate. As being a Mortal Kombat fan myself, the character designs was something that was dope as well. I love the way that Raiden looked. I love Scorpion and Sub-Zero's costume. Liu Kang was pretty dope too. Also Quan Chi. I don't remember if I spoke of Shang Tsung, but all the character designs is great. I love the costumes. I mean, I was like, man, if I was a cosplayer, I would want to copy off some of these characters I see and try to tailor, their outfits so I can look like it. Not every character, but we're going to talk about that. I also do appreciate some of the Easter eggs that this film had to offer, especially as far as like the locations are concerned. Like, there was, if you play the game, there's one stage to where there's like a bridge. And then if you uppercut the character, then there's like spikes on the ground, and they had things like that. I mean, that's one scene. And they had a number of other locations and Easter eggs that was filtered throughout this film as well that I really did appreciate. And it was just great film choreography as far as the fighting too. I mean, I was like wow, even when it's Scorpion, it's not just him throwing out his retractable chains or whatever. He's doing all types of moves with this jumping, flipping, doing somersaults, whipping the chains around somebody's, neck and squeezing it so they can, get choked out or decapitated. I mean, it ranges across the board. And I'm just like, oh, snap. I mean, the only time I've ever seen that move done before was in the game, or, some other weak adaptation that did not live up, to these standards right here that, we're getting in Scorpion's Revenge or whatever. So, that was pretty dope too. As far as the story is concerned, it does focus on Scorpion. He is the titular character. He is part of the Shiryu Ninja Clan, and he's always going up against like his main foe, Sub-Zero, part of the Lin Kuei. They touched on that kind of briefly. I wish they would have touched on it a little bit more, but the story is also centers around the tournament. Now, this film only does come in at about an hour and 20 minutes. I wish it was a lot longer. That way you could flesh out the story a little bit more, whether it had to do with Scorpion and his backstory or just the main tournament. Or if you just would have focused on one, it would have been one story point. It would have been okay if it was an hour and 20 minutes, but for you to take these two story points and try to, compound it together, I just wish that the film was a little bit longer, just to flesh it out a little bit more, because 80 minutes is fairly short runtime for any movie, in my opinion. I mean, unless it's just absolutely necessary. But in this case, I thought it would have helped if it was just a little bit longer. So that is kind of like a takeaway right there. Now, just some other things that I just didn't really care for. Like I said, it was too short, and they crammed these two stories in. I thought the voice actor for Liu Kang was horrible. I thought it was perfect for Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and what is the other character? Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and who was it? Quan Chi was good. Who had Raiden. Yeah, all those voice acting was superb. I loved that. It fit the character. I was like, okay, tough looking character, tough, rough sounding voice. It's somebody that I wouldn't want to talk crap on to over the phone or whatever. But Liu Kang sounded like a weak dude, man, like weak sauce, like, Mortal Kombat. I'm like, bro, like, you supposed to, even though this is mainly Scorpion's movie, you coming in here just seeming like super weak. I'm not impressed, and I'm not feeling you, bro. And also, I spoke earlier about the character designs. I'm talking about the designs. The designs were nice, the costumes, but the actual animation in this film was a little bit lacking. Some of the characters just seemed kind of extra blocky and just really stoic. And while the fight choreography was great and it flowed, that animation only looked good during the fighting. When it was just regular time and people walking around and talking and things of that nature, I was just kind of like, this is something doesn't seem right. But overall, guys, I really did have a good time with this. I mean, it was badass. Like I said at the very beginning, this is the best Mortal Kombat adaptation to date, in my humble opinion. And mainly that's just because of the fighting and the gore, and I already knew the story. For newbies that's not too familiar with it, they may want a bit more. I'm not saying that this will transition you over. Oh, if you wasn't a Mortal Kombat fan, the Scorpion Revenge will turn you over. No, I'm not saying that. I mean, this is just kind of like a little love letter to the fans, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure all the fans will be satisfied. There was room for improvement, but I had a good time because I liked those character designs. I liked these special moves. I liked these fighting, and I liked all the blood and gore. I mean, it was badass, and it at least met my expectations. I don't even know if I really want to rate an animated film, but I mean, it's at least like a 7.5 out of 10. But I mean, if you're into this type of stuff, I don't think you'll be disappointed, and I think you'll walk away smiling, or get up and go to the refrigerator and get something to eat or drink. Because you're not going nowhere. What point was I trying to make there? I don't know, but I guess it's time to end the video. But guys, that is just my opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you liked the video, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Help me reach 30,000 subscribers. And also give me the thumbs up if you liked it. Also, guys, you can look me up on social media. It's right there at the bottom of the screen, and there's links in the description box and the pinned comments. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget to always chase your dreams, because I'm chasing mine. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.